Today on Special Talks I will be reviewing Coco. Coco is a film by Disney Pixar. The whole plot surrounds a boy named Miguel who lives in a family who totally hate music. We learn in the beginning they hate music because his great grandmother and her little daughter were abandoned by this guy who wanted to sing more than he wanted his family, so he went off to be a famous music star and abandon his family. Miguel does like music and he wants to be a musician, and then on the Day of the Dead finds out that his grandfather was the most famous musician of all Mexico, and he goes to steal the famous singer's guitar. And on the Day of the Dead, if you take something from the dead that's not supposed to be yours, you get transported in the land of the dead. Now he has to get his permission, he has to get pardoned by his family to get back in there. It would have been easy because his great grandmother is there, but she says that one of the conditions of the pardon would be he will not play music. Obviously he doesn't want that, so he goes on this great big adventure to find his granddad and get the pardon from there, because he says obviously this guy will let me play music and then I can have both best of both worlds. The film was funny, the film was very colourful, I did enjoy it, and there's also Pixar always have great emotional films. And this is probably one of the biggest emotional films. I swear, admit it, tears were rolling down my eyes. It for parents, for anyone who's ever lost anyone, it is very emotional. The humour's there, the things there. I kind of guessed, maybe it's just me, big eye, because I knew kind of the twist that's going to happen halfway through it. I won't say it because I don't want to spoil the film, because it's, as I said, it's great, so watch it. But yeah, I did kind of get the twist halfway through, but it takes a really dark turn. Like, there was an added layer to the which I can't really say because I don't want to spoil it for people. But yeah, and for a kids' film, it's really nice. And I said the emotions in there. That we were in a theatre and there was like people. We weren't the only people. People were tearing up. So what I liked was the relationship between Miguel and Hector and the dog when they're going on this adventure. I like that, you know, Hector at the beginning, he says, I don't like songwriters, I don't like musicians, but then you find out that he actually knows how to play the guitar and he actually was in a past life. And then we find out why Hector actually wants to help Miguel, because he wants to get his picture back to a loved one, or Miguel said he will put his picture up, because in the land of the dead, if your picture isn't, if people don't remember you, you vanish, so you die from the land of the dead, which was very nice, you know, it's brilliant. They show this one guy of this guy, one skeleton which vanishes, and you know, it's really nice, and you kind of feel for Hector. He's like, he really wants to, you know, he wants to survive, obviously. I feel that Hector's really desperate and he's trying his best to get Miguel, because he wants to be able to go and see his family. He wants to be able to survive and not be forgotten, because he doesn't want to die, even though he's dead. You know, you don't want to die from the land of the dead. Yeah, so... And then, as I said, it's wonderful, it's magical. I didn't like about the film, not much, as I said. The only thing I said, it went a bit too dark. I won't go into that because I said it's spoilers. It was very emotional for a kid's film, but it makes sense because you don't want your kids just to watch rubbish. You actually want them to watch nice, wonderful, brilliant, lovely, fantastic, heartfelt films, and this is why. Yeah, sometimes you just want to go and watch Trolls or the Smurfs and the, you know, Woody Woodpecker, you know, for just laughs and things like that. But sometimes you really want to watch some emotional films, and Coco is an emotional and wonderful and beautifully filmed. And as I said, I will give it a high 5 out of a high 5, because for me it was a fantastic film, magical, and I probably won't see it again because I can't take the feels, but I would recommend you watch it at least once because it is magical. And from that's all I got to say. Please subscribe, and this is Special Talks. I am Ash, and I will bid you good night.